Hi Pisces, this is your weekly reading for the week starting 6th of January 2020. I'm going to draw you 3 cards as usual, and then I'm going to clarify with another 3 cards. Okay, let me cut the deck. Alright, your main energy is the High Priestess. It's you, High Priestess, that's you. That's so much of your energy, so much of the moon energy, so much of Pisces energy there. It's lovely. 8 of Cups and the Devil, the World card at the bottom. You're going to put something behind, something you're going to close, something you're going to finish. Is it a project, something you will finish with? You will finish something. That project, situation, people, anything, it's due to be completed. And you made a decision earlier. This decision was made earlier. Or perhaps it's completed. Something is completed. It's just for you to decide, oh, where from here. But situation is kind of completed. You just perhaps felt like you didn't even realize, something is completed and you're still standing there just before you decide, where should I go now? Which way am I going now? Now the High Priestess is lovely to have this week. I don't think there's much of a movement this week, even if this 8 of Cups. It says you turning back to this situation, to this, that I think that's what you completed. This 8 of Cups that are standing behind you, it's that project that you, or a situation, or the person, or people, or business, or job, something that you feel that you completed. Doesn't matter, it's only say 8 Cups standing there. Perhaps it wasn't finished to your standards, it wasn't finished to perfection that you wanted to. Perhaps that relationship was something that you expected a bit more. It finished in a way or completed in a way that really didn't satisfy you. But it's time for you to move on. You turn back to all of it. You completing something and you're turning back. Movement, I kind of, because of this High Priestess in the middle, I don't see this week. Movement is actually towards this situation where you feel yourself, you feel satisfied with yourself. When you kind of calmer now, that's perhaps that you did have turbulent time. I mean, if you have the World card, whenever something is completing, the World card to me is always something. There's always something problematic with that, and I see with this 8 of Cups, definitely you did have something problematic with this situation, or a people around you, or a project, or something, whatever it was that you are finishing, that you are completed already, you're leaving behind, and now this week you feel that you're right with it. Like as I said, like you completed it and you just stood down there not knowing what to do. Now this caused, suddenly you decided, okay, I'm moving on this way. That's what happens. And you feel this week that your decision is right, you're doing the right thing. That's what you feel. That's what you feel here. Now, the Devil card, the Devil card. Careful with this Devil. I'm going to clarify. Devil, it's a materialistic world. I mean, if you look in a Devil card and you try to explain the energy, and you try to explain the world we're living in, you will use exactly the same words: manipulation, materialism, deceitfulness, tricky energy, whatever. That doesn't come to my mind right now. Sorry, I'm supposed to write these words about Devil. But anyway, you got my point. It is the world we're living in. Perhaps that you thinking just to get into the world as is at this point of time. It's kind of not unusual when people get out of some relationship, or out of big project, or out of some business, or completing some situation and feeling good about it. You're quite good with that. You don't have problem with it. It could be that you said, okay, now I'm gonna have good time, have lots of parties, chase some money, and girls and boys, whatever, kind of that feeling. For a while, kind of you're gonna lose your cool, if I can say. The Tower card. 2 8 and 9. Oh, you fear. This is fear. Okay, now we know what it is. You fear what is coming. Oh yeah, I was wondering what is devil. I mean, it was fear as well, the energy of fear that you are affiliated to this card. 2 8s. It came suddenly. All right, you suddenly decided, no, I'm leaving. You were not, you finished, you didn't know exactly what I said. You didn't know what to do with yours. That's what you felt within. Completion, and you just sitting there under this tree, not knowing which way to go. You do have offers, you do have places to go, you do have things to do, you do have prospect before you, in front of you, but you just didn't know what. It's kind of, was it this completion that came suddenly, or you were just not prepared for what's after? You just didn't prepare yourself. It could that's kind of a Pisces attitude. Sorry. Anyway, now, certainly you have decided this is communication. 2 8s. Let me just tell you something. Number 8 is always expansive, progressive, whatever that you see there. Doesn't matter these great colors around, but the 9th cup is down there. And it's happening, and it is happening. It could be that you will be traveling somewhere, and if you travel there, it will be overseas, it will be far. If you travel, that could indicate some travel. Now, perhaps this is what you feel within yourself. You feel this Tower. It's not your external world. This is your internal. Something broke within you. Something broke there. And you understood. You were right. You just calm yourself. You show yourself as a calm person. You felt it within yourself. You felt fire between this. Absolutely, you felt within yourself. The Tower moment was your internal moment. Effect of it is fear. I don't know. Do you have some opportunity that came, that offered that you were supposed to go overseas, leave your home? Okay, and now you perhaps never left your home, and feeling you begin to feel that something is breaking within you. If you're a young person and perhaps you have to leave your home, that is now your nightmare, you fear. Will I have enough money? Will I manage, what I'm going to manage, what I'm going to do? It could very well be something like that. It's your uncertainty, it's your fear. What is coming now? The devil is there in the world, and I am afraid. I am afraid. You're not showing this much, this at the moment. You keep it to yourself. You're keeping all these things to yourself. You're not showing it much. Careful with this devil, Pisces. You know that your sign is very susceptible to alcohol, drugs, and so, so stay away from it. It's also devil card. But what I see here, it's fear. It's fear. You fear your future. What is going to happen next? It seems to me that perhaps you completed something very, very major. That this completion with Tower card within you completed something very major, and you had to do that. Perhaps that completion was happened on its own, something that was naturally happening there, and you were not prepared. You you were very happy with. You know what, it seems to me like I'm reading for somebody who's either teenager or somebody who's finishing his schooling and supposed to go out of the house. And it was very comfortable with mom and dad and everything. It was very happy with that kind of energy. I don't know, it might be transferred to other situations as well, but I kind of feel it that way. Pisces, I will have for you weeklies day by day. So I think maybe you would like to check on that as well. Anyway, I wish you good luck. If you travel, if you're going overseas, if you're moving away, I really wish you good luck.